If you're good at Survivor, I don't want to be your friend.
I wanna go day drinking with you. You know just what I'm thinking. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Beau.
And I'm Terrence.
This is VanderSports, your one-stop pod for all things sports.
And reality television.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Okay, last episode, we were talking about our top 5 comebacks just randomly.
Yeah.
And
Our top 5 comebacks.
we came up with our top 5 comebacks, our individual top 5 comebacks. And I want to open the show with that.
I'm excited.
Yes. Okay, you want to start?
Yeah.
I'm really proud.
Are we alternating? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Everyone, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 5. An experience I had. I lived it. 2004 Boston Red Sox comeback against the New York Yankees in the ALCS, down 3-0. First team to ever do it in the Major League Baseball. So that's, number 5.
Well, you were there? You were at that game?
No, I was working. I lived in Boston.
Oh, for college?
Yeah.
With your college girlfriends? Cute. My number 5, I'm moving them around right now. My number 5 is going to be Jon Snow.
Whoa, Jon Snow.
My number 5 is Jon Snow. Not reality TV, not sports, but you know what?
Snow.
He was well, it was game. It was game.
It was a game. It was a game.
And what a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So, and then he came back and...
That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
comeback.
That's number 5.
All right. Number 4.
Yep.
Michael Jordan returns to the NBA.
Oh,
You know, he
yeah.
came back to the NBA. Who knows why he left to go play baseball? Some say a silent suspension for gambling. Others say, who knows?
Gambling?
There's it's been proven not to be correct. But
Okay,
a little conspiracy theory out there.
I'm like, they've taken a
There
lot
was like
of my...
David Stern said, hey, you got to leave basketball for 2 years.
Side note, growing up without a father, I had a lot of father figures that in sports and entertainment, and Michael Jordan was one of them. And it's like, they're not going to cancel another one of my daddies.
Oh, no, baby, this has been going on for, people known this for...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Anyway, he comes back, wins 3 NBA titles in a row again. So.
My number 4, Edward Dantes.
Edward Dantes, talk to me.
He is the Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, okay.
He was dead. He was out. He was down. His best friend, no, it so is. His best friend betrayed him, sold him out, took his girl. And then what does he do? He comes back rich, hot, and seeks revenge.
Was he ugly?
And gets it. It was Guy Pearce in the movie.
Oh, the movie.
And then in the book, no.
You were saying, you said it gets hot.
He comes back
So he's
hot.
fatty and-
Well, it actually wasn't Guy Pearce. It was Jim Caviezel. He was...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. And so then in the movie, he comes down these stairs. He's got this beautiful beard, this beautiful hair, and they don't even recognize him. And he's like, I'm about to get revenge on all you.
Does he kill him?
I don't remember. Yes, he does. He does. In a fight in the beach.
Nice. At the beach.
At the beach. But yes, it's a huge comeback story. And
All
one
right.
of my favorites.
Well, speaking of Jesus, number 3. Jesus of Nazareth would come back. What can I say?
You did. We're still talking about it 2,000 years later.
Right? So number 3.
My number 3 is also Jesus. My number 3 is also Jesus.
There we go. All right. Number 2, another comeback from death, Damar Hamlin.
Who is Damar Hamlin?
Damar Hamlin is a safety for the Buffalo Bills. About 2 years ago, he died on the field.
Oh my God.
The game stopped.
For real died?
Yeah, his heart stopped.
Oh my God.
Came back and now still plays for the Buffalo Bills. And has played in football games. So, and the NFL just kept moving.
Yeah, life goes on. I think that's something we learn. Oh my God.
So, come back.
Number 2. My number 2 is your mom. It's a classic.
I'm upset. That's a really good one. That's number 2?
It's number 2.
Your mom. Wow. I was I'm so mad. I'm really mad. Well done.
Are you proud?
I'm super proud of that one. God, that's really good. My number one is The Jedi. They have a whole movie, Return of the Jedi. They were down to one. Down to one. And they still took over the Sith and they brought down the Empire, the First Order, like multiple times. They have multiple comebacks. So I'll pick The Jedi.
My number one is Phaedra Parks.
Okay.
Who is Phaedra Parks, you say? Phaedra Parks is a longtime cast member of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she went out in season 9 with a bad divorce. Her and her best friend had the worst breakup ever. And it comes out, Phaedra is a liar. She is a manipulator. And she has spread the dirtiest, nastiest, life-changing rumor about her best friend. And there was like no coming back for her whatsoever. She gave it a few years, about 9 years.
Of what? Of doing nothing?
Of just like laying low.
Okay, laying low. On Real Housewives?
No, she was kicked off the show.
Kicked off, okay.
But she wasn't kicked off the network. She was kicked off the show. The past 2 years, she has come back on a different show. She's been on Married to Medicine, which is also on Broadway. Which
There's
is
something.
also on Broadway. That's actually a really good thing.
That's what I was
They
saying.
should take that. That's good.
Yeah, Broadway.
Married to Medicine. She guest appeared on Housewives of Dubai, and then she had a great run as a traitor last season in Traitors. And now this year she is coming back to Atlanta because Candy, the one that she had it out with, would never film with Phaedra again. Candy has now left the show. And
bring
so
her back
now
right away?
Phaedra
Not even a season?
is back. I mean, Phaedra, because I'm saying like she's been really like moving her way back up by doing these other guest shows.
Yeah.
And so now's her time to come back to Atlanta. RHOA. Yes.
RHOA.
That's what it's called. Did you know that?
Nope, just wrote it down. I know
exactly
I know they're all about their acronyms.
Yeah, it's
Real
acronyms.
Housewives.
So if I may,
You may.
I'm going to go right into Atlanta news.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect. I
Because
love it.
Atlanta news is huge. It just came back. It's season 16. They were on a longer hiatus than usual. There was talk about a full reboot.
Longer hiatus. What's the usual hiatus?
Usual hiatus is you're going to get one every season. And I think we've been 2 seasons without Atlanta now.
2 seasons without a win. Okay.
Yeah. So they took a little bit longer.
Anticipation.
So there was some drama because Kenya Moore, who is a longtime member, she's always in some shit. And she did something so devious this season that they actually they halted production and they had to go back and re-edit scenes without Kenya being one of the main peach holders. So they didn't do a full reboot. A full reboot is when they get rid of everybody and start anew, which is what they did in New York, which has... Season 1 was great. Season 2, it's really rough. And people are missing their old cast members. So Atlanta went a different route. They brought in some old people, introduced some new cast members, and one former friend of is now the lead peach. Are you following?
The lead peach.
The lead peach.
Got it.
So at the beginning, everyone's
Peaches.
holding a thing.
And there's a leader in all these shows?
Well, there's a main storyline or like a main, like who's running the show.
That season,
yeah.
Okay, got it.
And so for this season, it's Shamea. And Shamea, we've seen her on the screens for the past 10 years.
Okay.
She's been one of Porsha's friends. And now Shamea we're learning all about her life. We see her house, her family, her husband. And she's awesome. I love Shamea. Like she's turning out to be one of my favorite housewives.
All right. So this is a mixed bag of a new cast.
Yes.
With old cast members.
Yes, and it just premiered this past week, so we only have 1 episode of this new season. But what I really, really, really want to dig into is this, I don't even know how to call it. It's like a baby daddy triangle. And so that's why I have my whiteboard out.
We got shapes.
Because I really need...
Shall I hold?
Oh, I would love it if you held that.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're only listening I'm going to try to be very, like...
Visual and audio.
If you're only listening, I'm going to try to be very direct about what I'm saying, but, like, I also want to, like, write this down.
So you can...
Yes. And I also want to do it without giving too much history. I'm trying to stay, like, with the current situation. This is the first episode, right? Okay, so we have Porsha. Porsha has been on... I think Porsha premiered in season 3, maybe. So we've seen...
I'm going to tell you that I don't know if that's really suitable.
Oh, no. Keep it like that. Okay. Yeah.
Can you see it?
Not really, but it'll help me keep my stuff together.
Okay.
Okay. So we've seen Porsha. She's had... When she first came in... This is what I mean by history. She was married to Cordell, who was a football player.
Cordell Patterson.
No.
No. Darn it.
Dang. Who else do you know?
I don't know. He was a Falcon at one point. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder. Porsha Patterson. I don't think that was him. But he was controlling. She can even go to the strip club. And then cut to, they divorced. Porsha is a strip club. She is a one-person strip club. Okay, anyway. So Porsha gets with Dennis. They have a baby, Pilar. Pilar is like 5 now. Porsha and Dennis are friends with Phelan and Simon. They were introduced to Porsha from Dennis. Phelan has an affair with the chauffeur. And then her and Simon announce their divorce. Simon and Porsha announced their engagement 18 days after this divorce is announced.
Who was Porsha with?
Porsha's with Dennis. They break up.
Okay.
Dennis is the hot dog king of Atlanta. Okay. So he's like, he runs like hot dog places.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the hot dog king. Okay, so all of this is happening. Then we have Drew Sidora. Drew's actually friends with my aunt, but I'm not gonna. I met her, and I was in the backseat of a car, and Drew just comes out in her bonnet, and I was like, oh my gosh, Drew Sidora, but I was trying to be cool. Okay, so Drew is friends with Porsha. Porsha and Dennis's breakup, major, it's huge. Drew this season is now filming, she's recording music and best friends with Dennis. Porsha doesn't know anything about that until the cameras roll. She's like, so you're filming with my baby daddy. You're not telling me you're filming with him. And you guys are recording music together. You're a low down, dirty, sneaky, slimy snake. And Drew was like, what are you talking about? So now this is where we're coming in on all of the drama for Atlanta.
Wow. All right. This is why it's hot Atlanta.
This is why it's hot Atlanta. Yes. And I have missed these chicks so much. I am here for all of it.
Okay. And so who's the chauffeur? What was that?
I was like, the show's for me.
No,
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the chauffeur.
Where's the triangle? Where's the
is there no
baby
triangle
daddy?
here? This
Where's
is
the
a circle.
triangle baby daddy?
Okay, wait, is there not one?
Who was the other possible dad?
Well, that's not it. The triangle is Porsha, Dennis, Drew. And then...
Dennis.
Is this a circle?
That's not, because they broke up. It is, but Drew messing around? I thought they're just filming and working, making music.
You believe that?
I'm just saying this. What
Drew
I'm saying.
said Dennis was in control of who was coming to her birthday party. I don't believe it for a second.
And anyway, Portia's already engaged 18 days later to a divorcee.
Porsha and Simon are now getting divorced.
Oh, so they got married and got divorced?
They got married and got divorced very
Probably
quickly.
Annulled. Probably annulled.
I don't know.
Where's that on this?
I don't. Okay,
Where's
so now
that
they're
breakup?
so now they're broken up. Phelan, Simon's first wife, and the chauffeur, they broke up. He tried to get full custody of their baby, and now
Phelan and chauffeur
Phelan
daddy?
and the chauffeur baby daddy. And now 6 weeks ago, they got back together, and they announced their second child.
Woo! Is he still driving?
I don't think he's driving anymore. Simon is a Nigerian billionaire. Well, no, but there is one of those.
Did he fool some? Did he fool some? Where did he get his money? Email scams?
Okay, so let me tell you.
Is he like,
let me ask you this.
Murray Madoff doing this?
Shamea's husband is loaded. Shamea, the main peach, her husband's loaded. They have a $9 million house.
Lead peach.
Lead peach.
Hope
She said her husband does HVAC.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that true?
Better than saying waste.
Waste management. Hold up. Somebody's husband is in waste management. It's New Jersey.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, yes, I don't know. This is
there you go.
There you go. You can see it. That's the
That makes
play-by-play.
sense.
Doesn't that make sense? There's a ring here, 18-month.
That looks like a reverse sweep up through on the flank. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like it.
You like it, yes. The drama.
Drama.
So Phaedra, the one with the comeback, she's coming back this year, and I feel good about that.
Yeah.
And she's coming in with probably the least amount of drama. She's looking good. She's got a new man, and I'm so excited. Atlanta is one
of the best cities.
It's one of the best.
All right.
Yes, I love it.
Very cool. So Phaedra, what is her name? Phaedra.
Yeah.
Has survived.
She has.
And speaking of Survivor,
Yeah.
we watched the first episode of
The new season.
Season
48.
Season 48. What'd you think? It was long.
It was long. It was like a 2-hour episode. They were, trying to do a freaking movie thing.
And the sound was terrible.
The sound
Let's
was
get
terrible.
Let's get it out of the way.
And it's just like,
You couldn't hear Jeff. You couldn't hear anything.
you couldn't hear anything. And it's like, I know that they have a pre-watch party for this.
Oh, yeah.
So why did no one say, hey, this sound mixing is terrible? And it wasn't just us. I looked on Reddit as we were watching, and I was like, I know people have got to be talking about the sound.
Yeah.
And everyone was talking about the sound. Some people had to stop watching it. That's how I felt.
You did. We had to turn it way down and just kind of...
Yeah, I was like, I don't even want to, I'm not enjoying this at all.
Yeah. But a lot of people you liked. A lot of good people, a lot of fun people to like.
There's good people, yeah.
It's going to be fun. There's some big personalities.
Yeah,
that want to
always.
control and want to run. And no one learns.
I think something that's really interesting is T and I have been watching the old seasons of Survivor and
middle seasons. And
we're like watching like 3 seasons of Survivor all at once. And I just got into it, like a month ago, and then we're off and running. And then our kids start getting into it. And
yeah, which is fun.
That is fun. We have realized, though, like the old seasons were so much more about the social aspect of the game. Like there's more conversations, there's less challenges,
Yep.
and it's more, it's just kind of like quieter.
It's camp life.
Yeah.
If you're not participating or if you're like, it's that. No one's out looking for idols in the first couple days.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
It's very much more like documentarian, I think, of like, how do these people like get along and like what causes you to vote someone out? And the new ones are like very like challenge heavy. And I think all of the players, after watching it for 24 years, they're so much more savvy.
And so it's all cutthroat. It's all day to day. There's no alliances. There's little, what they call voting blocks.
You mean, yeah, in the old ones.
No, yeah, old ones alliances. This one, I feel like you create a bunch of new ones every tribal council.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everything's always changing in the modern game.
You've watched more newer seasons than I have, because you and the kids watched the most recent ones. I haven't watched...
Well, you watched 47. We didn't watch 47.
Is that where I got started?
Yeah.
Oh.
We watched the 30s. We watched a lot of the 30s.
Yeah.
Which is different, too.
I think Survivor is a classic game, and I really love, like, what it does for people, when they talk about, like, the confidence they build...
Yeah.
And pushing themselves to the limit. Like, I love watching people do that.
Yeah, and causing chaos when they know they want to. Like, I forget the player's name, and I'll get better. We'll watch another one. I'm usually good with the names. But she's on the tribe. I think she's Guyanese, right? And Kyle and her teamed up, and she was spreading a lie about this other tribe member, saying that she's already playing the game and trying to work out people, and she's turned 3 people against her. See? All pretty well. I'm like, man, this is day one, and that's her strategy. And then you have the challenge beasts or whatever, and always are good at that. And it's not about camp life. People don't care. about the camp. Like if you, like don't be a prick. Don't ruffle feathers and
Yeah.
like
I
let the
feel like
chickens go.
Oh my God, the girl who let the chickens go. I walked into this girl letting the chickens go, and I was like, she's out. She's out. I think that if you're good at Survivor, I don't want to be your friend.
Yeah.
If you're good at Survivor, that's awesome. Do not date me.
You're dating me.
And I think you'd be good at Survivor, and so we've got things to talk about. We're not dating. Yeah.
Love you.
Speaking of, I'm obsessed with the show Extracted. I'm obsessed with it.
You talk a lot about it.
I talk a lot about it, and I'm all caught up. So now I got to go to the freaking weeklies like a plebeian, and it's annoying because I binged a lot. Extracted is on Fox. You know, Fox is like, they do the weird shit.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's weird, it's cheesy, and I think if you watch too many Fox shows, game shows, or reality shows, you start to wonder, like, what am I doing with my life?
Okay.
Yeah, so, like, there's lots
Not with Bravo.
No.
Just the Fox ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bravo's a community. Like, we're family.
Yeah, okay.
We're family. Fox is weird, it's different. Like, The Masked Singer, all that stuff, it's kind of just like...
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Extracted got me, though. So Extracted is, you've got 12 families. You put one member of the family, like, out in the wilderness, and then the families are competing for items to help that person survive the longest without being extracted. Once you're extracted, your game ends. And then the people who are camping, they have to, they're interacting. Sometimes they camp alone. But like this last one, they had to go find this deer carcass. And your family has to make you a map to show you where the deer carcass is. You have to go there, and then you have to imagine me, like, oh my God, like knifing a deer. Oh my God, I could never. So extract me.
You could.
To eat, extract me.
Okay.
Like, just come get me. So it's so fun to watch, and it's fun to watch the families compete with each other, and they get heated. So there was one, it was like, we've got 7 of these packs, there's 11 families.
Hold on. I'm really upset. No one put LL Cool J, Don't Call It a Comeback in the top 5. Oh, I feel so stupid.
But who was
Can't believe I missed it. All right.
Was he coming back?
No, but it's Don't Call It a Comeback, so it's almost like the anti-comeback. And
also we didn't say Cher, and she is literally the queen of comebacks.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, all right, no.
Go back. Extracted.
They're doing okay, though. What the?
Extracted.
Yes. Okay.
So your families, we're getting
they had 7 packs and 11 families.
Deer up.
And they were like, you need to decide who's going to get these 7 packs. And if you don't decide within 3 minutes, we're going to take one away. Mm-hmm. So some of the families, they're like, our person is good. We're just going to sit out. And then there were 2 families who both had men out there. And they were like, you need to go sit down. No, you need to go sit down. And they were like going back and forth with each other. One of them, they were total assholes. And their guy, Woody, he just got deer meat. He just got a bunch of supplies. Yeah. And they were like, you guys are, you know what? We'll sit down. And it's going to feel really good to sit down because other people need it. They were so mad at this other family. And it was so annoying. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, so, highlighting your sacrifice. Oh.
Yeah, it was just like,
martyr.
Yeah, you're whiny little hoe. Like, stop.
Okay.
So, I love Extracted, and I think that it should be watched.
There we go. Beau's approval.
Oh, yeah, stamp of approval. Ding, ding.
Yeah, ding, ding. All right. And then Traitors finale?
Oh, my God. The Traitors finale. What is there to say? I would have voted somebody else out. 4 people split $235,000.
That's it?
Yeah, and I would have voted somebody out, and I probably would have voted out the freaking monarch. Okay, the guy who is literally a tutor descendant.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't need this money. He's here for fun. I'm voting Ivor out.
Ivor?
Ivor.
What a name.
And he's the one who I told you he was like, God, what did he say? He's like, I'm the token Brit, so you're all fighting for me, against me. I'm the token Brit. He felt oppressed because he was British. And I was like, GTFO. Get the fuck out.
There.
Oh. Yeah, so I would have voted him out.
All right.
But 4 people won. They split it. Dolores from New Jersey, who I complained heavily about last week.
Yeah.
She didn't deserve it. Zac Efron's brother.
And he said he doesn't need, like, a lot of these people don't need money, it seems like.
Zac Efron's brother, like, what is he? Like, he probably needs the money. That's fine. Ivor. And then Gabby from Bachelor, who I really love.
Okay.
Yeah. But they were all happy. They all voted. It was, like, so nice and fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Seems like, all right.
The season just sucked. It was a bad season.
Bad season.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as a whisperer, if I'm gathering information for the masses out there,
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to ask if my partner's really into Bravo. I'm definitely going to talk about Atlanta.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to talk about Phaedra and just be like, yo, Phaedra, she's back, y'all.
Yeah.
That's wild. And they're going to be like, what do you know about Phaedra? Like, I know she's a shit stir.
Yeah.
Rumor going.
Yeah.
Also that it's a new season and that a love triangle, baby daddy, like there's going to be a lot of messes.
It's going to be a lot of messes. Yeah.
Like Porsha and Drew, what's going on?
Yes. That's booty
So that's
points.
good? Okay. Ooh, booty points.
It's booty points.
And what else? What I was going to say, like, I guess, Extracted, I guess, yeah, I would mention,
Extractor's kind of niche.
Yeah, I'm like, if your partner is into a little more outdoor stuff, I would bring up Survivor and...
I think that Extracted is a really good option to watch together.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, the hen house of Bravo.
Yep.
And it is fun. It is reality. I think that's a really good... And it's fun. I think it's fun to watch with kids, too.
There you go.
It's a good family watch. Like Survivor.
Yeah, that'd be a good bridge.
Yeah, it is a good bridge.
And then, I guess, and then I would mention Traitors a little disappointing.
Yeah,
a little disappointing ending.
It was. Although I did
3.
ask you to watch Extracted with me, and you said no. Yeah.
Oh, we picked we're watching some Boston Rob.
I want to watch some Boston Rob Survivors, but I was like,
that's what
like, baby, will you watch Extracted and White Lotus with me? And you were like, I'll give you one Boston Rob Survivor episode in White Lotus.
Yes.
And I said, okay, fine.
White Lotus, which I watched Mike White Survivor, and that was cool. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't tell me. I want to watch that one.
Yeah, that was David and Goliath, I think.
Okay, yeah, I want to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Awesome.
That's what I got.
That's what you got? That's what you brought?
That's what my TV life is.
I don't bring any markers.
I know.
Or whiteboards, but I brought there's a lot of stuff.
Oh my God.
All right. It is day 2
Give me daddy.
of legal tampering in the NFL. And what did I tell you last week?
Legal tampering.
The NFL never stops. The NFL never stops. Legal tampering. I know. What does that mean? It means that you can legally talk to free agents because previous years they were doing it anyway and it was illegal, but no one was doing anything about it.
Yeah.
Except for whatever. So now you can legally tamper with free agents. And so it means in 12 minutes you have these worked out deals like that because they weren't talking beforehand at all. Imagined.
So you showed me this weekend, but really explain what a free agent situation is.
All right. In the NFL...
Like I'm a baby.
Okay. Free agency means you don't belong to... You are not signed to a contract with a team. You can pick any of the 32 teams in the NFL to go play for.
So you are single?
You are single.
And with options.
With options. Now, there's a lot of ways to get to free agency. There's always your first contract, rookie. We can get down into it, but a rookie contract, first round pick, 5 years. You have a 5th year extension if the team chooses. They want it. Everything else is normally 4 years after that. So you can get extended, right? And if you're really good, you want to stay on that one team, they'll extend you beforehand. Or if you think, hey, I'm really good, I want to test free agency, because you'll have multiple teams coming, you would want to go out there and test and get as much money, which just happened to an Eagle. Milton Williams, third-round draft pick 4 years ago, does not resign, chooses not to resign last year, like an extension, hits the free agent market, gets an offer from Carolina. Everyone thinks he's going there. It's like 4 years, 80 million or 70-some million. And then, nope, 20 minutes later, he's signing with the Patriots, 4 million, 4 years, 104 million. Which only 60 some of that, or something, some of that is, what is that? Guaranteed, 63 million guaranteed. So, boom, he just made that much more. And there's no way the Eagles could afford him. So it's like, hey, man, congratulations.
So mad to not be a football player.
Baseball's where it's at. No salary cap. Right?
What's the highest paid baseball player?
Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani, 700 million.
What the freaking...
Was his contract, yeah. 700. And the Juan Soto just got 600 and something million. Yeah. It pays to be in baseball.
Oh my God. I'm changing all of my kids' sports. They're not even good at soccer. Like, why are we doing soccer?
Oh, Lionel Messi. He got paid. I mean...
My children are not Messi.
No, they are not. So, like the NFL, it just ended, but still there's all these players now changing teams and getting cut. Because in the NFL, no guaranteed contracts. You can play. You can get cut. A team can cut any kind of player. Like Joey Bosa, a top 5 pick in the draft, is due $26 million or whatever he was due, but he gets cut because it's not guaranteed, and now he's a free agent.
So why did he get cut?
It's just a lot of money.
Yeah.
So a lot of players and teams will try to restructure, like, hey, I'll give you more guaranteed money, but less.
Right.
You have zero. You're getting paid $50 million in the next 2 years. I'm going to cut you, or let's restructure. I'll give you $30 million guaranteed over the next 3 years. You know, yeah, it's like all that kind of stuff. So a lot of things happen. A lot of things moving really quickly. Rattle off. Myles Garrett just re-signed with the Cleveland Browns. 4 years, $160 million, 123 guaranteed. Highest paid player who's not a quarterback.
What's he play for?
He plays for the Cleveland Browns, and he plays defense. He's a sack getter. He's really funny. Halloween, he's the Grim Reaper, and he puts a tombstone of all the quarterbacks he's sacked on his front yard.
That's cute.
So it's really funny.
I am so in for that kind of...
Super wanted him to be an Eagle. Didn't happen. Yeah. Whatever. DK Metcalf traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big move. I forget what for, like some draft pick, 5th rounder maybe, but re-signs an extension, 5-year, $150 million. He's now one of the highest paid wide receivers ever. He's resetting the market for wide receivers. Now, interesting enough, Pittsburgh Steelers don't have a quarterback. So who's going to throw him the ball? I don't know.
Me.
You? Possibly Aaron Rodgers, and let me tell you, a lot of fans...
You were setting me up.
Oh, no. But they have George Pickens. They both wear 14. They're both a little crazy. Really...
Aaron Rodgers is real crazy.
Well, he's real crazy. I'm talking about George Pickens and DK Metcalf.
Okay.
Both wide receivers, both wear 14. Love to be a fly on the wall on who gets that number. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he's out there. He could be signed by the Steelers.
Back in my day, I was a wide receiver too.
What does that mean?
I'm just playing off.
Cleveland also traded.
Maybe I'm still a wide receiver.
Yeah, I still don't know what that means.
Okay, me either. Keep going.
Kyle Pickett, Super Bowl winner, played for the Eagles, threw a pass in the Super Bowl. He got traded to Cleveland for a 5th-round draft pick, which is a great deal for the Eagles. Milton Williams, like we already said, going to the Patriots. Josh Sweat, another Philadelphia Eagle, signed with the Cardinals, 4 years, $76 million. Sam Darnold, quarterback from the Vikings, this is a very interesting story. Sam Darnold, number 5 pick in the draft from the New York Jets. Terrible organization. It is the death of all quarterbacks. And there's several ex-Jet quarterbacks on the move actually this year. So Sam Darnold bops around. He's nobody. He's a backup. He signs with the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
1-year deal.
Yeah.
They draft J.J. McCarthy, like number 11. Like, he's going to be the quarterback, but he gets hurt in preseason. So now Sam Darnold comes in, has this amazing year. He's playing with like really amazing players. Aaron Jones, who also re-signed with the Vikings. Justin Jefferson, one of the best wide receivers in the game. Jordan Addison, another really great young wide receiver. So it's like, is it him? Is it the system? Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Last games, he falls apart. He looks terrible. And he only gets a 3-year deal for $100 million. Now, only $3 million.
3-year deal for $100 million.
But probably, I'm going to tell you, probably cost him $100 million.
I'm going to say this is like girls who go after football players or athletes or whatever, they get a reputation for like the way they look or what they're doing or who's a gold digger. But I'm going to, you know what? After hearing these numbers, it's like more power to you bitches. Like, honest to God, I should have spent my 20s in a very different way. Like, can you imagine like chasing bass players from blues bands and who make nothing, who complain about a $14 bill when you could have this? Like, absolutely. Do what you have to do. Get the boobs done. Get the lips done. And go. Find these dudes. More power to you. Because like, give me 1 year. Give me 1 year married. You can take him for a lot. I'm so down.
Wow. And
you know what?
me,
but let's think about this. I'm in love with you. But let's think about this, okay? There is no job that a woman can have, that multiple women can have, that are going to yield this kind of income. There is not one. There is no woman outside of a Sheryl Sandberg or an Oprah Winfrey who are unicorns who have this kind of security. And multiple men have this kind of security. So go get it. True or false?
True.
Thank you. Wow. I really love how I circled that back. Let me park that argument.
Yeah. What argument? No one argued.
I know, but it's just like, wow, I've never made that connection before. And it's like, oh, shit.
Okay.
Girl, get that bag. Let's go.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Geno Smith, another New York Jet, got actually made a nice living in Seattle and was traded to the Raiders. Tom Brady, part owner. Also, they just got a new coach, Pete Carroll, used to be a Seahawk, where Geno Smith just was. And they're supposed to be signing Tyler Lockett, another Seahawk. A little Seahawk reunion happened in Las Vegas. That could be fun. Zach Wilson, yeah, that boy. Another top pick by the Jets. Done nothing. He's now with the Dolphins, so that should be really fun to listen to the Lebtard show, talk about that with Stugotz and all of them. And, there's just a lot of stuff here.
So these people are up. They're single. They're being traded. Everybody's moving around. What's happening?
And so, right. And so, we talked about this, a little humanization of, right, get that bag for these women. Well, these guys don't, right? They don't have a contract. They live somewhere. They have a family. They get traded. You're up. You don't get a choice.
Yeah.
You just up and got to go. And so imagine playing the year before, playing like, oh man, if I don't do well here, if I'm not perfect, I'm not going to get signed, I'm not going to get a contract. It's going to cost me 3 bad games. It's going to cost me $100 million.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. And so that pressure and just like what that means and equates to like these human beings who are all now, I think that some people can rise up to it and have great last years like Josh Sweat and Milton Williams, or the pressure just gets to you, like Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson and other players, and it's
I do think
hard.
when you're like hearing like dollar signs like that, it's like, well, that money, you're no longer human. Like that money should pay for everything. That money does not take away like anxiety or performance issues.
No.
You know, like it doesn't take away like pressure that you feel.
Absolutely not. I think it adds it. Because you have a crazy city like Boston or Philadelphia or New York, just that will go off. Like we talked about like NBA, Luka and LeBron have like gone on a crazy winning streak. They're second place in the West. Dallas now has lost Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis. They're falling apart. The guy who orchestrated the trade for Luka to LA, there are Fire Nico chants popping up all over Dallas at the medieval times. There's fire.
At the medieval times?
Yes, there's chants going off saying at the Dallas going Fire Nico. At the Dallas soccer game, the Dallas FC, they're chanting Fire Nico. Like
medieval times is supposed to be for jousting family time.
Family fun. And now it's like fire this man who was told by his boss, get rid of Luka.
Right.
And this is what he could get. And now it's just like all on him. And like I could imagine he's getting threats, death threats and things like that. But,
wow.
Yeah, just tough times.
So I know next week you were saying it starts March Madness.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna figure out a way to like do a bracket for March Madness. But
well, you and me, like we'll just go 1-on-1.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking like it might be fun for me to like find out all of these football players' astrological signs. And like really like my bracket is based on who's stronger in that sign.
There you go. That's absolutely.
Yeah, you put an
Aries birthdays and stuff.
A Libra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is more like teams, so it's hard to do, you know? Oh, but you're saying just like a battle of...
Well, I think one big thing for me is going to learn what a bracket is.
Yeah, it's a bracket.
And how it works. No, I know that part, but like, I don't know how March Madness brackets work.
Oh, yeah, it's easy. It'll be fun. Lots of fun. We'll do a nice little content when we fill out our women's and men's brackets. Women's, we'll just jump right into it. Championship week's already happening. Oh, local team. UConn beat Creighton in the Big East final. Paige Beckers.
Yeah.
She's going to be a superstar. UCLA, remember I talked about Juju Watkins, USC beating UCLA?
Yep.
Just at the very end of the regular season to win the Big Ten. Well, the Big Ten tournament was UCLA and USC again. And that's this weird Big Ten. UCLA, USC, very weird. UCLA beat USC by like 6 points.
No, but what about your love and basketball?
I know.
What about love and basketball?
Well, they'll still make the tournament, but they lost Big Ten, and they're not going to get a number one seed. SEC champs, Dawn Staley, Philly. She's won the defending champions. She won the SEC and took over the number one seed for the tournament.
Dawn Staley was just in Omaha a few weeks ago doing a talk. She's a coach.
Yeah, she's a coach for the SEC.
And she
South
came
Carolina champion Gamecocks.
She came here to do a conversation with, I think, Boys and
it?
Girls Club.
Oh, cool.
It was literally like 2 months ago, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
She's really awesome. She's in Philly a lot, supporting Eagles and the Sixers. So I always cheer for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Terrence met a supernova yesterday.
Yeah, my wine tasting group. That was super cool. I can't wait to get to go to one of those games. It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be so much fun.
It really, really is.
Yeah, he was making jokes. He was cracking jokes.
Yes.
It was so funny yesterday.
It was super fun. And then, yeah, I think that's all about NBA. You know, we talk about Luka and LeBron. You have it's really just about the Celtics, Cavs, and Thunder there. MLB, spring training still going on. So putzing along. Garrett Cole, if you're a fantasy person, Garrett Cole is getting Tommy John, so that sucks for fantasy baseball. NHL, there was a trade. The trade deadline, a little funny. Brad Marchand traded from the Boston Bruins to the Florida Panthers, which are rivals. They hate each other.
Yeah. And
really funny, he gets traded to the Panthers. He got punched in the face by a Panther player last year, Sam Bennett.
Now he's over there?
Now he's over there.
With Sam?
Yep. And Sam Bennett, apparently, I'm going to give you all the details. Sam Bennett and him played on the Four Nations Canada team, so that things are fine. Brad Marchand wanted to go to Florida. But just a funny trade. You know they're not going to like him in Florida. So it's just like a weird, when a rivalry gets traded an old, aging, like he was the captain, he was the star of Boston for so long.
Right.
And now he
was Charlie.
He was part of now he's Charlie.
All of every last hockey thing goes back to Mighty Ducks.
Charlie, got it. Charlie.
So he's Adam Banks, actually.
Adam Banks.
He's Adam Banks.
There you go.
I think hockey Florida is weird no matter what.
And so isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Florida has taken over. I love that you said that because their Tampa Bay has like a modern dynasty. Florida Panthers have now gone to the Stanley Cup, won it, and lost it. Like they've taken over. So the state of Florida has taken over hockey. The best thing, Florida beat Edmonton Oilers and Connor McDavid last year.
Yeah.
Which is like Connor McDavid's the captain of the Canada team, best player in hockey right now. And so when Florida beats Canada in the Stanley Cup, it's just funny.
Yeah, it's all weird.
I love it.
And like Florida keeps coming up. I have a love-hate relationship with Florida. We talked about Miami last week because we were talking about like eating people's faces with bath salts. So anyway, what I'm hearing in sports.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, you're a little whispering. Yeah, talk to me.
Whispering. I'd be like, baby, March Madness is coming up. Are you doing a fantasy team? Do you have a bracket?
Bracket. Good,
do you
good.
have a bracket for March Madness? Okay.
That's good.
You like that? And then I'd be like, so do you want to sign on for another year or do you want to be a free agent? Because I know now is the time to decide.
With dating wise?
Yeah, dating wise.
I do think you say, hey, how's your football team? Did they free agency? Did you guys lose anybody? That would be a good free agent question.
Okay, that's good.
A good question to ask the football fan in your life.
Sure. And then also, do you want to sign on for another year?
Yeah. Wow. I'm going for a long-term contract, baby. Why do you want to give me a 1-year option?
I'll give you
I'll
give you a 5-year contract with 3 guaranteed.
I want it back end. I want the back.
You always want the back end.
I want 3, 4, 5 guaranteed.
You always want the back end. Okay, well.
On that note, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.